Hey darlings, this is the attraction between molecules. This is how to set up your lab notebook. You'll need a pen, your lab notebook, and actually you won't even need your textbooks. If you need it off to the side, that's fine, but it's pages 214 to 215 in case you can't read what's on the screen. And I'm going to have you guys pause. I'm going to go through the purpose and the procedures really quickly. You can pause it as you need to in order to copy everything down. The purpose here is to observe the behavior of certain liquids near an electrical charge and as droplets. So you're going to be putting a charged wand near a stream of liquid to see what happens to that stream. And then you're also going to be placing drops of that liquid onto wax paper to see what happens to that that droplet. The first procedure is to place a beaker directly below a burette. Open the valve slightly to create a fine flow of liquid from the burette into the beaker. So when you open the burette, the valve should be parallel to the burette. When you close the burette, the valve is perpendicular to the burette. So to show you, if this is the burette right here, if the valve ends up going like this, that's closed. If you have it parallel, that's open. The second procedure is to rub a wand with a cloth or the animal fur to create a charge on the wand. And to make a note of this, if you are allergic to animal fur, let me know beforehand because we do have rabbit fur as well as other furs. So if you break out into rashes, let me know beforehand so you don't actually have to handle the fur. So you're going to rub the wand with the cloth or the fur to create a charge on the wand. Hold the charged wand close to but not touching the stream of liquid. Move the wand close to and away from the stream to observe the effects. And then, as a note, if you have some of the liquid drop onto the wand, make sure you clean that with a paper towel before you move on. Do not clean it with the cloth or the fur. You're only going to clean it with a paper towel. And also, before you move to the next station, refill the burette with that liquid. Make sure that valve is closed. So make sure that if this is the burette, the valve is perpendicular before you pour the liquid into there. Alright, so that's supposed to be a funnel. Pour liquid back in before you move on. Number 3 is place a drop of liquid onto the wax paper. Observe whether the liquid beads up or spreads out. Make sure you discard that wax paper before you move on to the next station. So there's going to be a total of 4 stations and 4 different solutions or different liquids that you're going to be testing here. So when you do test the drop of liquid on the wax paper, I want you to tell me if it beads up like it does on the left-hand side or if it spreads out like it does on the right. Next, you create a data table after your procedures. You'll have 3 columns and then a header row and then 4 rows underneath that. So the first column is the substance. The second is the effect of a charged wand. So you're telling me whether or not the stream keeps going down in a straight line or if it bends at all. And then behavior on wax paper. So here you're telling me if the liquid beads up or spreads out. Here are the 4 liquids. One is water. The next has 3 names. It's called acetic acid, vinegar, and ethanoic acid. So make sure you write down all 3 names. It's just one substance though, so you're just testing one substance when you're at that station. The next one also has 2 names here. It's isopropanol or isopropyl alcohol. Again, make sure you get both down both names. This one is just like it's rubbing alcohol, what you would have underneath your sink. And the 4th one is hexane. So if you guys have any questions of the pre-lab prep, just let me know, but just make sure you get down your purpose, your procedures, and your data table. Have a great day.